Alright, take two. This time, I'm gonna make sure not to hit triangle or square. I am following the rules very strictly. If I hit even one attack button, I'm disqualified. Okay, painfully slow walk. I'm punishing myself by making myself do this over again.
Whoa, keep it down. Your friend just fell asleep.
Number 3 and 4, newcomers 2. Time to work. Check your gear and come.
Anyway, back to the rules. I can't use any weapons that don't have the word queen in the name. Blood codes, I'm allowed to have them equipped, but can't reap the benefits of any of the gifts they can give. Weapons, I cannot unequip them, so unfortunately I'm kind of stuck. As for everything else, items are allowed. I'm already handicapping myself as far as the game is concerned to begin with. So there's no sense in making it even worse. In truth, this game is meant to be played with the skills as part of the whole package. So by not allowing those, I've actually made it significantly harder. Come on. There we go. There we go. There's that. And now, I have my first actually usable weapon. Well, NPC's in the way. There we go. Got him. Oh, side note, there will be spoilers. So if you haven't played the game and you want to, I do recommend that you go ahead and play the game first. You've been warned. Got him. Nope. Did not get him. Well, good thing I staggered him, though. Oop, shit. Got him. Okay, and let's just keep getting hit, why don't I? There we go. Ooh. Nope. I don't know how I keep doing that, but yeah. There we go. As you can see, this is quite a bit harder than normal. Allowed to use items, however, so we will do this, since Ichor is pretty much useless at the moment. The only benefit to the way this works is that I will have plenty of haze to throw around. For reference, haze is like Souls and Dark Souls. It's basically both your currency and level up fuel. Okay, that is now becoming a problem. Okay, we'll try this a different way. This dude's kind of being a pain though, because... There we go. Nope, that didn't work. There we go. Weapon's great, but as you can see, without the boosts from skills, and rather gifts I should say, my stamina burns excessively quick. Which means it's even more important to gain levels than it was originally. Due to the fact that could have provided a necessary edge in combat, more so than it even did before. Okay, nope, we're running. And then we're gonna roll around the corner. There we go. As for why I'm using the heavy-hitting weapon, it's because I don't have access to something lighter at the moment, and it does do pretty okay damage. There we go. Regen extension. There we be. Okay, we'll just do this instead then. I apologize for the forced exit in my first attempt, but I will be honest. I had accidentally pressed the button I did not intend to hit. Okay, that's kind of becoming a problem. Nope.
Buddy, don't worry. Thanks a lot. I'm glad to work with you.
Alrighty, Louie. This will be really fun. Quite a few of the enemies that would normally be no challenge at all are quite challenging the way I've got this set up. second boss will especially be a nightmare, I can tell. Where's... Oh! I did not see him coming. That is not good. There we go. Louis got him. If you're at all familiar with items placed throughout the game and their general locations, you'll know that I skipped quite a few of them. The reasons? Well, I could have gotten them. It's much more efficient, time-wise, to press onward. And also, most of the items in this dungeon do not actually fit the bill when it comes to the very nature of this run. In fact, I will be surprised if I even manage to pull it off. In truth. Again. There we go. Slayer Claw. That has a boost in strength, so every time I hit, the scaling for my damage will go up. And it also lets me roll with normal speed when I'm using my heavy weapon, my greatsword. There we go, and there's the second weapon I will most likely be using much later when I get access to magic. Or at least this game's variation of magic, anyway. Okay. Doesn't look like it's gonna be that bad right now, but you should see how entertaining the bosses are. It's definitely going to be something. If you're wondering, yes, I did a practice playthrough, played up to the second boss, so I know just how much of a pain that's going to be. I do this because I am on a mission to go where no man has ever gone before. That. Whoops, hit the wrong button. That was supposed to be X. Also, I've been away from the game for approximately a year-ish. Maybe even half of one, so I'm bound to make some mistakes. This is both for my own entertainment and suffering, as well as a bit of rehab. Ooh, okay, that was close. That was a risky thing. That guy's got some pretty good balance. Let's not back myself into a corner too much. As you can already see, swinging this weapon twice is probably my limit. Ooh, that was close. And these are the risks I take. Ooh, he got me good there. I honestly still haven't figured out how I've got that menu to come up, even now. Okay, entering phase 2, we'll heal. I sincerely hope this does not go south. Ooh! Need to pull aggro while he does most of the heavy hitting. As long as I can keep aggro, Louis should be able to make it work. Get him! Ooh! There we go. Yeah, admittedly, I got to the second boss and experienced quite a headache, so when I get there, we'll see. I'll most likely have to cut out a large portion of the gameplay, though, if I'm going to be honest.
Someone has to be sacrificed.
As for why I'm skipping the cutscenes, if I didn't, we'd have an hour or two long video before I can stop and start again. So I'm gonna keep them relatively short by skipping cutscenes and cutting out portions like run backs and or non-successful run backs to the boss that ended in my failure. But I may leave some of the more interesting ones in. You will see most of my suffering.
For now, just look, friend. Looking a bit tired. Friend is looking a bit friend.
Okay. Forgot that you have to talk to each of the individuals in this main area. Get up. I don't know what you're doing. Thank you. Guess they're just taking a chill.
I'm not sure one food. I would. It seemed.
Okay.
Well, and
I just...
I believe that is everyone. If I'm not mistaken.
Sorry, it won't be. It'll take
Ah,
a while
there we
to
go,
get the
yep.
results. Take it easy in the room back there while you wait.
Oh, no, I don't need to go down there anymore. Or not this time anyway.
Done what I revenants, however, you were able. So, if my theory is correct, well, here goes. Weapons and you once you've got. You remember?
help. Okay.
Now here comes the dilemma. I'll be using mind and willpower much more later, so I have to sacrifice something somewhere, and unfortunately for me, that's going to be in the damage department.
Which blood veil do you want to upgrade?
As for the weapons that I just obtained, none of them are viable. Those are viable. As for most likely not have a use for these for most of the game, if not nearly all of it. I'm not going to need those. That could be useful. We'll keep those for now. But I'll keep those since I won't be able to cast spells for a while. Daggers might be useful. That's going to be kind of borderline pointless to keep. These can be used to get items that I can use. Alright.
If you
Buy
want it,
items.
I got it.
She does not have any.
Come again soon.
There we go.
Hi. What do you want to upgrade? Okay, take care then.
Okay. This will be interesting. As for most of my haze, it's unfortunately gonna have to be donated towards the levels. if I want to get anywhere. We're gonna use Maya, teleport, outer crossroads. So first boss has been defeated, Oliver. But yeah, I may break these videos up into multiple pieces, these streams up into multiple videos. Or, and while I'm at it, cut out some of the non-relevant runbacks. However, you will get to see all of the trouble I went to pull this off. And when all's said and done, when the dust settles, I hope to have started a trend, or at the very least, have inspired people to try similar things. I do this because I find it fun, and while I may in some cases be required to go on hiatus for a short time depending on circumstances in my own life, I will, however, try to keep a relatively consistent upload schedule. However, I cannot make any promises. Sorry, but I can't use communal gifts. It's against the rules. Oh, hey, there's an item over here. Got a Queen's Eye. So, yeah, here's another dilemma. The boss at the end of this area has some pretty insane magic. Ah, yeah, forgot one small thing I can still do. It's well within the rules I've set for myself as well. I can't use any of the skills that it could give, aka gifts, but I can equip the class, or in other words, the blood code, and still be well within the bounds of the rules here. Combat, fragile, its gifts bolster damaging and parrying. Okay. There we go. And let's replenish my resources real fast. Alright, let's see how this goes. The change in base equip blood code should have affected my scaling my scaling and stats. So that should help slightly when it comes to the boss of this area. However, the fact of the matter is, my stamina is still limited, and will most likely still burn fairly quickly. Ooh, there we go. Trying to play offensively with a slow-swinging weapon, while still being defensive when necessary, is quite difficult with this. There we go. I may end up fortifying my weapon later in order to eliminate some of the chip damage I'll acquire by blocking. Ooh, okay, I was not fast enough that time. As for my general playstyle, I usually play a tank. Generally a modified Immortal Blade build, which might still be possible. I have not tried it with this weapon yet, but if it's not possible, it'll be almost close to being possible. It will almost block out all the damage I take. There we go. When blocking. Block a hit. Slam them for hit. Slam them for DPS. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this game was not designed to be played without the use of gifts. And bosses especially tend to have inflated amounts of HP and relatively high base stats, lending themselves to be quite challenging without the use of skills. Good thing I didn't use those. Or I would have disqualified myself again. Well, we're good. Yeah, no passives. We're good. Okay. There we be. I got quite lucky there. I don't know why I grabbed that. I just kind of feel like I have to. There we go. I do believe I've gotten everything through this area right now. The good thing about the Berserker Blood Code is that it does have some pretty high basic balance. Balance is basically poise from Dark Souls, but it's this game's variant of it. The more balance you have, the less likely you are to be staggered when attacking, or being attacked. There we go. Wasn't there? I guess not. I thought there was. Okay. Well, since we're coming up on a Mistle anyway, I'll go ahead and use that last regen just for kicks. As for why I did not use Prometheus, even though it has some of the higher scalings across the board, that would be for the reasons of, well, it has great scaling across the board, it isn't ideal for taking hits. In fact, it leans itself more towards a very quick, agile glass cannon, in which you dodge out of the way in order to prevent damage from accruing. And I don't know if I've said this before, but I'm gonna have to hobble together a working mess of a build. And it most likely won't be easy. Yeah, I'm playing this game the way it was intended. This is the real Queen Slayer. Watch as I just jinxed myself. Alright. This is one of those games where it will quickly humble you. So making comments like that are not the best idea. Alright. There we go. Alright. So there are two things I can do. I can go that way and trigger a... It's effectively a mob rush, which is not the ideal method to go. Or I can go the other way and defeat one of the heavy-set mobs in here. And hope I don't get royally screwed. Either way, though, this will be interesting. If I don't die before I get to the shortcut, I will be honestly surprised. There we go.
Is that really okay?
Ah, I forgot that was there. There we go. Alright, these dogs are very much an annoyance for any slow combat-based build. They're incredibly OP when he's very slow. Alright. I have no access to gap closers, so using a charged attack to close the distance and then a single swing of my weapon will most likely work a little better. I can go over here and open this chest though without triggering the invasion, although I'll bet at quite some risk. If I went past a specific marker on the ground that is not visible, it would have triggered the invasion. I believe that's what it's called. Okay, stun cartridge. Lost shard 1. Or small 1. Ah yes, the monkeys. These things are lovely. Some of the most unpredictable mobs you'll find in this game. It's better to just let the NPC blast them from a distance, though, to be truthful. Okay, that could not have gone worse there. What did I tell you? If I survive to see the end of this, I will... Still got quite the distance to go before I can get to the shortcut. And I'll most likely have to do a bit of grinding to even remotely have a chance against this boss. There we go. Again, like I said before, about the only good thing about how I'm doing this is that I'll have plenty of haze to throw around. Due to the fact that most of the equipment that you could have used in a standard run is basically useless now. It's effectively money fodder to be vendored as soon as it's obtained. Oops. There we go. Again, disclaimer, it has been a while since I've been back to the game, so I may make mistakes that I standardly would not have.
Got something to sell?
That I do. Mostly some useless junk I can't actually use. Ordinarily, I would not be calling it useless, but in this particular run, it's definitely not useful. We'll keep a hold of that. I'm not going to need this. That's useless. There we go.
Okay. Take... Hi.
Upgrade equipment,
What do you wanna
upgrade
upgrade?
weapon.
Which blood
Upgrade
veil do you want to
blood
upgrade?
veil. As for why I'm upgrading the Queen's Claw, it has slightly higher poison or venom resist than the other, than the Queen's Thorn.
So don't get the. I consider this an investment.
I bet. Where are you, Yakumo? There he is.
Hey. See you around.
Alright. Now
could serve.
that...
If you want it, I
items-
got it. Come
Those
again.
are quite expensive for this point in the game, so I'm going to hold off on buying them. On top of them being expensive, though,
Which blood veil do you want to
they're
upgrade?
also not exactly
What do you want to
easy to
upgrade?
obtain. I'm going to upgrade the Queenslayer Greatsword.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to trade in some otherworld materials for what this game is referring to as valuables, so I can exchange them for some... Not exactly... I don't exactly remember what the game calls it, but they're basically just favor points
I'll be around.
you can use to trade for stuff.
If you have any
Acquire
materials from the old
valuables.
world, I can give you valuables in
There
exchange.
we go.
Don't hesitate to come back if you need.
For now, being able to move faster than slow is priority. My damage, however, can't tank either, and if I have to choose between one or the other, I would choose damage reduction rather than movement speed. Of course, both are important when it comes to this next boss, but being able to cancel out the entirety of the physical damage I could be taking is also preferable as well.
Oh, having more. Oh, this. Thanks.
And there we go. I do, however, need
Find something
10,000 haze to actually fortify my weapon, but... yeah, let's check something real fast, too.
Hi.
When you fortify your weapon, it will generally increase
weapon do you wanna
the
transform?
physical resistances of said weapon by a specific factor. So while it won't be perfect, it'll be almost perfect. It's better than the current state of it, or state of affairs. Alleviation.
Okay.
Okay. Where's Louis?
So that we don't. Fact aside, go talk. Where did you get Yakima? I didn't think.
Okay.
Head out whenever you're ready.
Can't quite do that immediately, but I am going to fortify my blood veil, effectively amping my physical resistances. I've decided that I will alleviate the weapon later. While standardly, it would be a smarter option in most circumstances to fortify the weapon as well. If you're going to be moving slow, by alleviating it, I can actually bump it up into the normal movement speed range, even when using it. It will, however, affect the damage scaling, to an extent. But it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make if it means I can still move standardly normal speed, instead of fat rolling. While not great or ideal, it'll be better than nothing for quite a while. So, I'm going to end the stream here, and do a bit of light grinding, and when next I'm on, I'll confront Butterfly Delirium. This is Zemus 2132, and I'm signing out.